very funny. I'm going to tell you a small story. I talk a lot, I know. This is not a typical tasty guacamole video of 10 seconds, as you realized. Hello and welcome. I am Natalie and welcome to another video in this YouTube channel, Blooming Life. I am super excited to share this with you because it was something that I wanted to do for so long and I don't know why I didn't do it before. But anyways, we are going to do something very special to me because I love food, like in general. I love to go to the market, especially local markets, to get fresh food, and I really like to go to eat, to cook. Like in general, I enjoy a lot everything that is about food. And the other day I was watching Chef's Table, which I'm obsessed with that documentary. If you haven't if you haven't watched it, have a look. And I don't know, I was thinking that it takes so much time to make a dish, and doesn't matter if they are pancakes, it takes 30 minutes, or if it's something super more elaborated, like it takes more time to cook than to actually eat it. And more than that, that's just thinking about the kitchen, but can you imagine the time it takes to grow, to process? I don't know, there are some ingredients that take years, like the Parmigiano cheese and stuff, and we just eat it in 10 seconds. So that's why I don't know, it impacts me very much how we live in such a hurry most of the time, so we don't stop to think how much time, especially because time is super valuable, because time is life. So I don't know, sometimes we don't stop to appreciate what we have, how long it takes an effort to get, for example, an avocado that I don't know if you know, but here in Mexico it's like a mafia. Like how much effort it takes to the people who works in the farms under the sun. They get paid so low, and I don't know, it takes a lot of time and effort to get anything basically, but it's very important to appreciate what we have, like from the minimum thing. And speaking about food and guacamole especially, I don't know, for example, some people they don't get avocados in their country. For example, I've met a friend from Sweden, and he told me that they make guacamole from avocado powder. Like they don't get avocados. At the beginning I was shocked but then I don't know, I was like, wow, we are very grateful to have avocados. And if you have avocados in your country I hope you feel grateful for it. And everything in life is about energy. It's crazy how you go to buy apples and you can choose from 10 apples and they look completely the same, but you pick one specially, and it's about energy. It's like when you are in a bar and you talk to somebody, you could talk to the other 30 people, but you talk to that person because it's energy. And with food is the same. So I don't know how important, we have this expression in Mexico that when you cook, maybe it's in all the countries, but when you cook something and you are angry, we say here that the food is going to taste spicier. And you know, everybody says that when you cook something with love, like it tastes so much better, and I completely believe in that. So can you imagine if we take the time from picking the fruit in the market, and it will be better if we grow it. Like right now I'm starting with that, and I'm so excited to start growing my own food. I think It's a gift from the nature. So the first step will be, well, if you have the chance to grow your own food, but if we don't have that opportunity at the moment, take the time the next time that you go to the market to really be mindfulness about the moment, to picking the food that you're going to eat and that is going to nurture your body and give you the energy to make all the things that you do. So that would be the first step. And the second step, I think, is at the kitchen, taking the time to really cook, to see the colors of your ingredients, to think about, for example, the miso sauce that it takes years to make it, or any ingredient that you have, like, to be grateful and think of what you have in your hands, that you are able to buy it. You know, some people, they don't even have enough money to eat more than rice and etc. Like, I think it's a whole thing to have water to wash your vegetables, just opening the tap. I don't know, I think it changed a lot, and because everything is energy, I think it really changed if we take the time to cook slow and eat it slowly and everything. So let me check if it's recording well. Yeah, it was recording very well. So, okay, we're going to start with the avocado. First thing, if you cannot get avocados, don't feel bad. You can still make this guacamole. Obviously, it's not going to be guacamole. It's going to be another tasty salsa, which we call lazy salsa in my family. But don't feel bad. You can work out if you don't have avocados, or if you have avocado powder. I think if you make it with love, it's going to taste good for you. So, okay, the first thing, and very important in a guacamole, of course, is the avocado. And I'm so happy to be working with these avocados today because they are from Mexico. The state that grows the most avocados is Michoacan, which is beautiful. And the name of the brand is Delicia, which means like a delicious thing, which it really is. Okay. So how, it's very important which avocado do you pick. And I mean that has to be ripe. A lot of the times the avocados that you find in the market, they are green, so you have to let them ripe. One very good tip is to use newspaper. So you just basically wrap your avocado, and you could leave it beside the bananas, and the bananas are really good to help the other fruits to ripe faster. So once your avocado, when you touch it, is like soft, especially if you touch it here and it's soft, it's ready, and also when it's black. But be careful, because sometimes even if they are green and you open them, they could be black from the inside, but that just comes like from a wrong, like, I don't know, something wrong. But you don't want black avocado from the inside. You want a green one, and has to be soft. Very good. So we're going to need, obviously, avocados. We are going to need limes, and if you want the flavor that I'm going to make, I recommend you to use the green ones, the limes, not the yellow ones, because the yellow ones are sweeter. And also you're going to need tomatoes. I really recommend you to use these ones. I think they are the Roma ones, because the ones that are more circle shaped, they taste a little bit different. So if you can get these ones, it's really good. And also white onion. If you cannot get white, you can use the brown, but I don't recommend to use the purple one because it's super strong, the flavor. And coriander or cilantro, I don't know how you find it. Some people call it cilantro even in English speaker countries. Okay, and salt, obviously, and also very important, green chili. This kind of chili is Serrano. You might find it in your country, but if you just find green chili or any other chili fresh one, I think it's fine. Like, don't worry a lot if you don't find especially some ingredients. I know that some recipes are very strict, but I think it's okay. Like, doesn't matter. Just work with what you have. Okay. And especially this is like a recipe from like a Mexican recipe of guacamole. I'm Mexican, if you haven't noticed. But some people in other countries might make it different. I'm not saying that this is the perfect and the most delicious, but I don't know, when I was living in other countries, they really like this guacamole, so I hope you like it too. But this is just a way. I'm sure there are many other ways to make it, but this is the Mexican one from my family. Okay, so we are going to start with the avocado. How I do it is the first thing with the guacamole is that you're going to mash the avocado first. I really like the avocado is really good mashed, like mixed with everything. Some people like to find the little cubes of avocado. I don't, but that depends of you. So pretty much the idea of the mindfulness avocado is like to take the time to cook. As I said, I don't know, I found myself many times just eating like in 10 seconds, or always looking to watch TV while I was eating, or I don't know, some people drive while they are eating. And I know that there are times that we don't have the time, but I think it's important, really, really important, to take the time to enjoy, you know, to smell the food and do it since you are cooking. So the first step was to pick your vegetables, and this step cooking, I don't know, try to take the time to look for your fruit and realize about the color, think about the colors, think how grateful you are for getting these ingredients. I don't know, I really like to take the time, for example, when I'm making my smoothies, to I don't know if the word valorate exists or I'm inventing but I don't know, to appreciate every fruit, every color, the textures. I think it's really cool. So you get your avocado, and once you are super happy with the shape and you had a look and everything, you are going to cut. It's very funny. I'm going to tell you a small story. I talk a lot, I know. This is not a typical tasty guacamole video of 10 seconds, as you realized. But it's so funny because when I was living in this hostel in Australia, I saw so many ways of people opening an avocado. Oh my God, I was shocked. Sometimes I was like, oh my God, that guy is going to cut his hand. My sister told me also that in Europe, people was hurting themselves so much trying to open the avocado that the government or somebody like make a videos how explaining them how to open. It's crazy, but I don't know, I think it's the same. I don't know how to open, for example, a jackfruit, or what is like the best way to do it. For example, I didn't know that it's very good to open, for example, to put a spoon inside the kiwi, and it's easier. I don't know, I'm just going to show you my way, and also be very careful and everything. So what I like to do is I use a knife like this, and then, oh look, this beauty, perfect. And one very good tip to take out the seed. Let me get a knife. So be very careful with this step. So I basically take with the left hand the side with the seed, and then with the knife I like, okay, I fail. Okay, now that you have it there, you just like move it, Okay, I failed again. Okay, third time. But the idea is that you just moved and there you go, you have it out. But be very careful with this step. As you can see, it's not that easy. Okay, and then with a knife, I'm just going to like make a little bit squares. I couldn't find somebody who helped me recording this video, so hopefully it works. Okay, and now that you have the small squares over there, with a spoon, you're going to help yourself, like doing this and taking it out. And that way, you don't leave anything in the avocado. Like the spoons really help you, like you can see. Perfect. And once you do that, we're going to smash it with a fork. So let me do it, and then I show you how to mash it with a fork. Okay, it happened a very sad story. Like I was saying, sometimes the avocado can look perfect from the outside, but it's not. It's so sad because now I'm going to have to make less guacamole. But I just opened, and you know, you see from the outside looks beautiful, but look from the inside. Sorry, it was my dog Mora. Okay, and I was saying, and look, it happened to me with 2 avocados, and it's a shame because now I can't use them. I feel bad when I found this, like, and it's so sad. Look, this is really bad. Okay. You can use them to make a hair mask. That's what I'm going to do. Or put it in your body. Okay. So now we have already the avocado over there. And we are going to smash it. Let's put this on the side because these are the vegetables that I just wanted to show you that we needed. And with okay. And with the help of a fork, you're just going to smash like this. And when you are happy with the mashed, like I said, I like it really, really mashed. And that's why it's important. Oh, I left a black thing over there. That's why it's very important that the avocado is ripe. First of all, because of the flavor, and second, because when it's ripe, obviously it's really soft, so it's easier to mash it. I don't know the name, but when you make frijoles, refried frijoles, refried beans, you can use that thing. But the thing is that if you use it, I don't know, it takes a lot of avocado, and they are too precious to leave, like even a small amount in the thing that I don't know the name. I think I am happy with this texture. I hope you see well. And now I already have chopped everything. So that's a very good thing. I was thinking that I never told you how many things. For example, I use 2.5 avocados. I wanted to, like, I had everything ready for 4, but 2 were very bad. So these are 2 avocados, 2.5. So for that amount of avocados, I will use, if you see this onion is quite big, So I would use just 1/4 of this onion, and it really depends of the flavor, like um, how you like it. But I don't like that much the flavor of the onion, and I think 1/4 of this big one is enough. So we are going to put the chopped onion. I also recommend you that you chop very good the onion and even the tomato, because you don't want a big piece of onion and then it's not going to taste good. And also I already chopped the tomato. For 2.5 avocado, I will use 2 tomatoes, 2 small tomatoes, which are like this size. They are approximately, I don't know, like 8 centimeters. Perfect. And I already chopped the chili. I put 2 chilies, maybe it's too much, but we are Mexican and we like it spicy. So let's put the 2, even if the 2 they were for 4 avocados, but I already told you the story. And then we have the coriander. For the coriander, I'm going to use 1 spoon of coriander. Don't worry, I'm going to also leave you the ingredients and the measurements on the box below, so you don't get lost. But I'm going to use approximately 1 tablespoon. Yeah, one and a half tablespoon, because I really like the flavor of coriander. And then we are going to put salt, which I think I use like half tablespoon of salt, which will be like 2 teaspoons approximately. It also depends of you. Some people doesn't like that much the flavor of the too much salt. And then we're going to add the limes. One very good tip that I want to give you is that you choose a good lime, because if the lime is, I separate 1 lime that I wanted to show you, but probably my brothers use them, but the lime has to be, you know, like a healthy lime, you know, because if you use 1 lime that is a little bit like almost dying, then the flavor of the lime changes. So I recommend you to use like a yellow healthy one. Perfect. And then we are going to squeeze the lime. It's a little bit tricky because also I like to use my hands when I squeeze lime, because if I use the other thing that helps you, I think it leaves too much juice. And in some countries the limes are super expensive and you don't want to waste. For example, when I was living in New Zealand, I was shocked and I wanted to get crazy because 1 kilo of limes were $44. Like, for example, right now in Mexico, 1 kilo of lime, I'm going to make like the comparable with US dollars, and is 1.5 or $1 the kilo of US dollars. Like, it's very cheap in Mexico, but it's because we grow it, and it's the lime of Mexico is very, very famous. Do you see? I'm getting like, just the smell is so good that my mouth is full of saliva. Like, I'm like the dog when they are watching meat and they're like, I am like that right now. It smells so good. That's why I told you that the process to make anything, it's so cool. Like, right now I'm trying to explain you a little bit faster so you don't get an hour of guacamole when you can find in tasty 30 seconds. But really, when you are making it, take your time. I love the colors, like so much green, and then the contrast with the red of the tomato and the white of the onion. I love it. It's perfect, and the smell is fresh. And also, one very good thing about guacamole is that all plant-based. So for people who is vegan and vegetarian, well, this works perfect. I put a lot of lime. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 limes for these 2.5 avocados, and let's see if it's enough. I'm going to rinse my hands so I can show you the colors. It's so beautiful. Look, these colors. It's beautiful. Look, all the juice. This is going to taste super good. So basically now we are just going to mix everything. Everything. So right now I am mixing everything. And I think that the measurements were good. I was a little bit scary that it was too much tomato, because if you put a lot of tomato, some people put a lot of tomato, so that way they can make more guacamole and it's cheaper than use a lot of avocado, and then you know what I mean. But the thing is that it's going to taste different because the tomato is very sweet. So, I mean, if you change the measurements, which they are not super strict as you can see, it's going to change the flavor, but I'm sure it's not going to taste bad. So it's fine. For example, when we are going to have a huge party, and just to let you know, in Mexico, in every party, we have guacamole. And I don't know, we didn't have the chance to get a lot of avocados. Well, you put more tomato, so that way everybody can get guacamole. Perfect. Oh my god, I can't wait to try. Perfect. Looks so good already. Let's try it. I think it's really good. It's perfect. I'm just going to put a little bit more of lime because I think it will be better. You can see, like, it's already good, but it depends of you if you like more salt or less salt, or more lime or more onion. So it's not really a rule or special measurements, like super strict. Some people like, for example, to blend first the coriander with the avocado and the onion, so that way you don't find the onion, you don't find the little pieces of coriander, you just find the small pieces of tomato. But that really depends on you. That's how a chef used to make it. I used to work in this Mexican restaurant in New Zealand, and they make it like that, and it was good. Okay, another very good tip that I want to give you is that it changes the flavor completely if you let the guacamole set for, I don't know, 2 hours, because you give the chance to the flavors to come out and mix together and party together so they can mix and get to know each other, so they taste good. That's just a story that I just made in my mind, but I think this is enough. Another tip, very good tip, is that if you put the bone of the avocado, for example, let's say that you didn't finish the avocado and you want to keep it for one night. Sometimes, I don't know if it happened to you, but the guacamole gets dark. So if you put one avocado bone, it helps you to doesn't get oxidated. I think that's what happened. And also, I want to tell you another thing. No, I think that's it. Perfect. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you that if you keep the guacamole for more than 2 days, it doesn't taste good anymore. So the good thing about guacamole has to be fresh. Perfect. I'm going to try it again. I think it's really good. Really good. So, how you can eat the guacamole? You can eat it with chips. You can warm corn tortilla and put it inside and eat it like a taco. You could make tacos and put guacamole on the top. You can buy Doritos. Oh, Doritos with guacamole, they are the best. I really like that combination. You can also, I don't know, make tostadas, which is like a hard tortilla, and put guacamole on the top and just eat it like for a quick dinner. What else? You can just eat it by itself. I don't know. Yeah, I really like those things. And right now, we're going to try it with chips. Use regular chips and give it the last try. It's really good. But you know, I think the chilies were not that spicy, and I think I'm going to add one more. But that's just on me. Okay, perfect. So I think this is it. Thank you very much for watching this video, for this long guacamole recipe. But I hope you try it. I hope you try to make it, like I said, like it slowly, smelling everything, taking the time to enjoy, to appreciate what you have, the ingredients, everything. And especially if you can share it with your friends and your family, it's going to taste better. And thank you very much again. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and also share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel so you cannot miss any video that are coming. And if you, I think I never made like a recipe food video before. So if you like it, tell me in the comments so I can make more videos about this. And please, if you make this guacamole recipe, please tell me in the comments how it goes, if you like it, or maybe tell me if you want to add anything else. And I don't know, I can try it. And I also know another recipe of guacamole. If you want me to make a video about that recipe, let me know and I'll be super happy to share it with you. And if you have any other questions, I'll be super happy to answer them, so you can leave them in the comments. And also I'm going to leave my social media so you can be my friend in Instagram and Facebook. And remind you that I have a blog, like a website, where I post stories and travel guides and many other stuff. So check it please also. And thank you again, and see you later. And like we say in Mexico, buen provecho, would means like bon appetit. So enjoy your guacamole.